Alright guys, we're working on a, what year is this?
03.
An 03 Volkswagen Beetle. Got 3 chips in the windshield on this one. This one's got a bunch of lines in it. So we're going to do it first. These other 2 are just little spot chips. But we're going to get this one with all the lines in it first. Luckily it's in the garage, so it's nice and cool. The windshield's cold to the touch. And when I say cold to the touch, I mean cooler than my hand. So we're going to get that centered on there. Get this one started first. And I have a customer texting me wanting me to do a crack repair tomorrow. And again, you'll notice I never tighten down the back of this tool. I should just take that out because I don't use it. It puts too much pressure on the glass in my opinion, and I think that's one of the reasons so many people have cracks when they're doing the repairs. Because they're trying to crank this down and then they crank that down and it tilts it and puts more pressure down on the tool. And I think that's one of the reasons windshields crack so often. We're going to use our crack repair resin this time because it's the right thickness for this temperature of windshield. Going with 9 drops. And it's already filling. Beautiful. I can see it flowing into the lines before I even start putting pressure on it. That is a beautiful thing. I love it when that happens. See if I can get this camera where you can see what I see. So like I was saying in another video, in the spring and fall I use the CR resin mostly because the windshields are cool to the touch, so the thicker resin, the medium resin, doesn't flow quite as easily. It takes a lot longer to do a repair because the cracks are more, what's the word I'm looking for, contracted. You know, the glass is contracting down when it's cool to the touch like this. It's not expanding as much. So we use the CR resin because it's a mixture of the thin and the medium. So it's right between the two, and it does a beautiful repair. In the summertime when it's really, really hot, I use the medium. And when it gets down to where the temperatures are really cold, I'll use the thin. But it's all about just knowing your temperatures. You're going to have to experiment to know which one you need at what times of the year. I can't tell you that because everywhere is different. So like if you live in Georgia, your temperatures are going to be different, plus you have the humidity and stuff out in Georgia. Florida, Louisiana, any place like that, you're going to have humidity that's going to affect your repair. So you're going to need to determine which one you need to use for your area and what times of year. I can only tell you what I use here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and how I do my repairs. But we're going to do all 3 of these today just to show you. Just to show you what we're doing. Ooh, that one really wants to go. That one's trying to go on me. We don't want that to happen. So we're doing the pump thing, because if I put too much pressure on this crack, it's going to crack. It wants to crack. We don't want it to crack. So we're doing it like a pump. A little pressure, let go. A little pressure, let go. And like I've stated before, it just depends on same with this one. Just do the little pump action thing. Same with this one. How long has this chip been in your windshield?
Like a week.
A week? I'm surprised it hasn't cracked yet.
Well, it was a big ass rock.
I'm just surprised it hasn't cracked on you yet, because I'm barely touching it and the lines want to just open.
Well, around the same time the headlights went out too, so it's been in the garage pretty much since then.
Oh yeah, your headlights went out?
Yesterday I got them working, and then today I took it to work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, like I said, I took the truck.
Yeah? Which one do you like better, the truck or the car?
The truck. It's faster to park, but a lot better to drive.
That was the truck I saw in the driveway yesterday?
Yeah.
In the garage with the car?
Mm-hmm.
So this won't be 100% invisible, because if I keep pressing on the lines to open them to get them completely invisible, I'm going to end up cracking it. And we don't want to crack it.
Well, anything's better than the damage that was already there.
Oh, it'll look 1,000% better. It just won't be 100% invisible, because, like I said, if I keep messing with it too much, we'll end up cracking it, and that's the last thing we want to do. That one's got to fill some more, though. It's not full enough. So you notice I just put a little pressure on it and then I lift the tool. So what that does, when I put pressure on it, it opens the line and lets the resin pressurize into the line. And then when I let go of it and the line closes, so when you open it, it allows resin in, and when you close it, it forces the resin to go farther up the line, because it can't go back into the tool because there's pressure on the tool. So the only place it can go is farther up the line. And I do that just by, it's like creating a pump. Open it, let the resin flow in a little, and then close it. Alright, that line's about invisible. That one's about invisible. This one, I'm having a really hard time seeing this one. I have to get in the right position to see this one. That one's about invisible. That one's about as close to invisible as we're going to get. And that one's just about invisible. So we got a good repair on this one. That's a beautiful thing. That was weird. I've never heard my camera talk to me before unless I was just turning it on and it says start. I don't know why it stopped. I guess because I said something, and I've never had this camera, has never been voice activated that I know of.
Well, maybe you figured out a new feature.
Maybe, huh?
Hey, a feature or a bug. Could be either.
It did just update the other day when I hooked it to my app on the phone. It updated, so maybe that updated a voice command or something that I don't know about.
Well, check the patch notes, you never know. Might be more useful than it was before.
Maybe. Let's find out. Let's find out. Stop recording. No, it's still recording. It didn't stop. I don't know why it stopped. Okay, it didn't stop the first time, or when I said it, but it stopped a few seconds later. So this video is going to be a little choppy. So I'm wondering if I just say the word stop, if it stops. I'm going to just sit here for a second and see what happens. Maybe I have.
Stop recording?
Yeah, I'm testing it to see if it'll stop recording when I say stop recording.
Alright, experiments are always good.
Right? I haven't heard it say anything now. No, it's still recording. Alright, we got to do this one more time. If I say still recording, then it stops recording. Or maybe it's just screwed up and it's just doing something weird. Because it's never happened before. I can usually record like 45 minutes to an hour and it never stops. It never shuts off.
Like low battery maybe?
No, it's fully charged, but you know, these things do get fickle with you once in a while. They get old.
Well, maybe the update decided it was it's going to add you a little fun.
Maybe, huh?
I don't like updating this stuff. I never trust it. You never know what you're going to get.
That's true. That is true.
You know,
So this video is going to be spliced together quite a bit because here's now it's recording and I didn't even start it recording. Now it's recording again. I guess we'll see how long it'll record now. If my camera goes bad, I'm screwed because this is the way I like to make my videos.
well, sorry, maybe you'd be in the market for a new one.
I don't want a new one. I like this camera. This camera is perfect.
One like it maybe.
Well, you know, that is the problem, isn't it? We find something we like, and then we have to find something like that one.
You mean like that?
Yeah. You know, because you'll never be able to buy it again.
Well, it's like before I had my truck, I had an Infinity.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. Nice car, fast. It was a 50 ES. So it was sporty for a D6, but you know, you paid for it, brand name and parts.
Right, right.
But,
Yeah, the parts get expensive, don't they?
well, apparently on that particular model, they were all proprietary. Guess Infinity really likes you to go through them.
Yeah, a lot of companies are that way.
But I had a Mazda Speed 3 before that, and that was a fantastic car.
Was it?
A little manual speed 6-speeder.
Yeah?
I think it was awesome.
I love a manual shift.
I miss that that's not more common now.
Right?
My grandpa had a 250 Ford back when I was a kid. That thing was amazing. You know, the giant,
Yeah.
the stick shifter.
Yep, Ford F-250 with a 4-speed.
Mm-hmm. That thing was a two tanks. Many off-road camping trips with that.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I got to keep an eye on that one while I'm curing these. Hopefully my camera will continue. I won't have to...
It was just being moody for the first part.
I don't like it being moody.
No.
I don't want my toaster getting emotional on me.
You never know.
You remember that? You remember where that's from? iRobot with Will Smith? He's like, you don't have emotions, you're a machine. I don't want my toaster having emotions.
I liked that movie, but I can't remember much. Last time I seen that, I was a kid.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good movie. I'm not the kind of person that'll rewatch movies over and over again, you know, like some people do. But I would watch that one again. I've seen it twice now, I think.
I haven't watched too much movies. That was one of my grandparents and my parents. They like watching movies a lot. We do that all the time. Movie theater, rewatch old 80s movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The reoccurring theme was things like Rambo.
Oh yeah.
RoboCop. That was the one out of the ballpark.
RoboCop was good, wasn't it?
That was a good one. My wife didn't believe me that they were good.
I didn't like the remake.
No, it was terrible.
Just like the Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone was an excellent movie. The remake sucked. They tried to make the actor too much like Sylvester Stallone.
It was
with the same facial expressions under the helmet and just talking the same way, and you know, I just didn't like the remake.
It's hard to try and do that to something that's so well established.
Yeah, it really is. It's like the remake of Total Recall.
Oh, I didn't even know they did that.
So they did a remake of Total Recall, which wasn't terrible. I mean, it was along the same lines, you know, where he was recalling things he wasn't supposed to and things like that, right? Mm-hmm. Only it wasn't the exact same movie. So a lot of times you'll get a remake and they'll just know he was a secret agent and he had to, you know, he was having this recall thing going on and everything like that, you know, but it wasn't the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So it was okay. I didn't mind watching it.
No, I always like to think that remakes or redos like that are kind of like an alternate spin to the original almost.
See, and I don't mind